My name is Gary Peasley. I'm a project superintendent for Owen Ames Kimball. I've been there for approximately 3.5 years. I went through the apprenticeship program, and I think the apprenticeship is kind of the ideal way to learn it because it's a combination of school and actually hands-on in the field. I don't believe just one is good enough. You're never going to be at the top of your game if you do just one. It's a combination of education and you're doing it and failing at it in the field because you don't know yet. And a lot of times failure is the best teacher. The construction industry, you're never done learning. It's constantly changing, constantly evolving. They're adding new technology, new ways to do things, so it keeps it interesting, keeps it challenging. And you're always going someplace new.
So everybody loves Gary. Gary's always got a smile on his face. He always comes to work very, very happy. And he always leaves work very happy. We've had numerous, whether it's written or verbal communications with owners that just say, they can't say enough good things about Gary when he's on site. It really makes everybody happy when he's around and the way he treats people.
I am most proud of the project that I am currently on. First of all, it's a huge project. It's a $51 million new school / remodel. And it also happens to be the school I graduated from, so it's pretty special. You don't get the opportunity very often to go back and improve something that helped produce you, So to give back and make it better is it's a very neat thing.
He is not afraid to get his hands dirty. He's the guy that's in the trenches, helping the guys, digging the ditches, but also in the trailer, putting the paperwork together. So not only does Gary command respect, he also gets it by working with everybody and treating everybody the same.
Who do I credit with my success? I thought about this one for a long time, and there's a lot of people that I could name over the years that have had a big impact. But if I'm honest with myself, I would have to say my kids. I'm responsible for feeding them, clothing them, providing for them, and so failing at what I do for a living is not an option. When I wake up in the morning, I ask myself, how do I want my kids to see me? Do I want them to see someone that's dreading going off to work, or do I want to see someone that's excited about what they do and attacks the day every day? And I want them to see someone that's passionate about what they do and attacks the day and enjoys life. My life outside of work, for the probably past 15 years, most of the time has been spent chasing my daughter around the country. She is an amazing soccer player and just a good kid. So my life outside of work is devoted to my kids. I know that's, sorry about that. Yeah, just spending time with my family and doing things that they want to do. Forget about me for a minute. Winning the Craft Professional of the Year award for me, it's just kind of a justification that all the time and effort that I've spent and passion that I've put into doing what I do is noticed, and to be noticed by your peers, there's no greater compliment.
My name is Neil Koyman. I am Field Operations Manager for Fines Alstra. I've been there 26 years, started out as an apprentice, went into journeyman, got into running jobs as a foreman, and now I am into field operations. I had several people that came alongside me and taught me and put their arm around me and just encouraged me. And then when I messed up, they had tough conversations with me at times.
Neil takes guys under his wing and shows them the way. And it can range from the technical competency required to do the job, but also kind of the social, emotional intelligence things that are required to be successful in any career.
So who do I credit with my success? I would say that my dad really taught me a good work ethic and loyalty. I believe God. I don't think that there's anything that happens by chance. I think that He's moving mountains that we don't even see. My son is now in the trade. He's really shining, and to have other coworkers, because we don't work together, but have other coworkers come up to me and express how respectful he is and how great of a worker he is and all that stuff. It's been extremely rewarding. Neil Koyman is a husband to a wonderful wife, Dawn. She's amazing. So glad God put her in my life. Father to 3 wonderful kids, Mitchell, Caitlin, and Holly. I've taken my kids onto some of these job sites and I've seen them, and my son will say, yeah, I was in that building, and it's just really, really cool to be a part of that.
He's a coach outside of work, and it's not just for a short season once in a while. He's a coach basically year-round with multiple teams, and he's passionate about it. That same trait and desire and passion comes through in his work.
Well, I just love working with them and to see their growth, and you get it back. Whatever you put in, you get it back 10 times.
Neil is a cancer survivor, and I think that's an awesome fact to be proud of. Watching him go through that battle, I think, showed a lot of us his true character. Neil would go through a round of chemo and show up to the office in the highest spirits with the commitment to get it done.
I think to have people be recognized for their hard work and their effort makes them want to work that much harder, makes them want to show that they're doing well. So if you love what you do, you don't ever go to work. So I do enjoy it, especially this most recent transition where my job is mentoring, my job is working with people. I love doing that. I love investing in others.
Certainly, I believe Neil deserves to be the Craft Professional of the Year. Neil's passion for the trade, for people, exudes who he is in every aspect of his life.
To win this would be confirmation that when somebody does stuff the right way, they will get their reward, they will get the appreciation. I feel like I've already won. To have my wife standing in the kitchen with tears coming down her face telling how proud of me she is, I already won.
My name is Holly White. I work with Control Logic of West Michigan. I am a journeyman electrician as well as a lead person there, and I've been there for 4 years. I love every aspect of my job. I get to get up in the morning and go to a place that respects me and treats me well. I love what I do. I get to take it from start to finish, from the planning phases all the way through to completion and the turnover with the customer. And I love seeing that transition. That's what gets me up in the day, just to see how things progress. I really enjoy that part of it.
She brings more to the table than she'll ever recognize, and that sentiment goes throughout the entire organization. We've always joked that if we could clone her, we would.
My initial motivation to choose this career path was to spend time with my dad and get involved in the field. So it just seemed a natural fit to move into the construction trade, where I would be working with my hands and getting to see new places and things. And some of the things that I still enjoy today is getting to go to new sites and meeting new people. I think my mom was my biggest mentor growing up in my life, and unfortunately we lost her to cancer in 2013. But I'm sure that she would be very proud that I've taken what she's taught me, how to work hard and not to give up, and to give it your best every day, no matter what you're doing. I think she'd be very proud of that I've taken that and embodied it and trying to share that with others.
It's been an absolute pleasure working with Holly. When this award came about, I was extremely proud of the fact that she got nominated and has got as far as she has. She's earned every step of the way.
I try to motivate the team members that I'm charged with by leading by example. Instead of just giving them one task from A to B and giving them a small picture, I'd like to take them and talk with them and give them a little bit of the big picture and help them to understand that what they're doing now, this is how it will affect this equipment later, and they can see the bigger project, and hopefully that will help to motivate them to learn and grow, and that things will click.
I know when I have looking at our outlook, and we're looking at a very complicated project that has a very tight schedule, as most do, Holly's the one I always recommend for the project.
Well, a lot of my time is dedicated to, of course, my job. And as a mom, that's hard to be away from the kids. So anytime that I'm away from work, I'm with my family. It doesn't matter what we're doing, whether we're riding horses or on the razor up in the dunes or playing in the garden or just running in the sprinkler and having a good time. My family is where it's at. Winning this award would be a huge honor, not only for my company, who has gone through great lengths to giving me the training and the assets that I need to move forward, It would also give me a greater platform to speak to the younger people that I'm involved with and hopefully inspire them to move forward into the trades, because I do believe that it is a good field. I believe that in my heart. And it's also a good example for my kids. They see the early hours, the long days, and they see that working hard does pay off in the end, that you can be, that's something to be proud of.